Howdy, Mission Control. Rock the DuckFarmer here, reporting in from District 42. And first, let me just say thank you for the little continual rain of supply crates with cookies. With re-entry, they're pretty much just crumbs, but you can tell Mom thanks anyway. They are still very delicious, just as crumbs. And speaking of delicious stuff, let me jump to helmet cam and go upstairs and show off something here. Let's go up here to the kitchen and let's take a look at stuff up here. And hey, let's search. Pizza. Yes. No. There. Hey, I can spell pizza. Yes, I can. I've got pizza here. I can make it because I found tomatoes. It took me so long to, but yeah, I found tomatoes. So now I can sit there and say, let's make some pizza. Pizza. Now, this is not as nice as on Homeworld, where you just think, I would like a pizza, and the nanites send off the command, and you get it 30 seconds or less, and it's free. But no, this is okay. I click a few things, that works. But here, Supreme Pizza. Because why have pizza if you can have Supreme Pizza? So I've got the bell peppers and the other stuff, so let's go ahead and turn these into Supreme Pizzas. Oh, so nice. And I was playing with this, and I noticed if I didn't have anything here searching, as I was making things, stuff would bounce around, and it was very disconcerting. Again, I'm used to just thinking and getting food ordered that way, but searching for it seems to have cleared up all that thing. So, oh yeah, Supreme Pizza. I got me pizza. But here's the thing that I've been doing a little bit more exploring around, and I'm starting to fill up these chests full of stuff, and I'm going, this is just kind of a pain. And you know, I don't have my internal storage going on here. Homeworld, this isn't. So I'm missing that. So I figured, okay, let's go with the next best thing. Let's try something like refined storage. I was looking at the storage options and came across this, and I thought, oh, this looks pretty good. It's primitive, but it should do what I need. And a lot of this stuff I was looking at looks like it needs funky things like this quartz enriched iron. And so I was looking at that, and that's just some iron and quartz, and I've got that in spades. So I'm thinking it's time to build some of this. So I'm going to research a little bit more as to where to start with this, and then I think I'll actually start building some of these bits and see if I can dump my storage into this. And here is my storage room, for lack of a better word. My main room is up above, and I cleared out the middle part, so these two floors are now one, and got a bunch of power here from way up above, and made a few things. Oh yeah, this here, the quantum entangleporter, I'm using that to transport the power from way up there with the wind generators down into this capacity bank. And so I went ahead and made this controller, and you only need one of these on your network. So I went ahead and made this, and the nice thing about this is you can look at it and it tells you what this thing is doing. So right now, because I've got this solderer on here, it's using 11 power, which, you know, I can tell right here it's telling me it's doing 11. I went ahead and connected this with a chest and then another chest down here, so I could just bulk process a lot of the stuff. And I went and made some speed upgrades, because who's got time? Nobody. So I went ahead and cranked out a bunch of speed upgrades for this. And what I want to do right now, I want to make this crafting grid so I can see stuff on the storage that I've got. For that, I need a grid, advanced processor, and crafting table. Well, I just made a bunch of those. And this needs those bits. So let's go down here and grab some of the stuff I've gathered. Grab some of those. All right, let's go ahead and make that crafting grid piece. And yeah, I'm showing you some of this stuff because this is old tech that, you know, who's had this around for, I don't know, for like forever. Oh, I don't have machine casings or the quartz on me. Why didn't I do that? Let's grab some of you. Let's make some casings real quick. But yeah, I figure if you're ever stuck in a situation like this, you know how to make this tech. So let's go ahead and make that grid. All right, so there's the grid, and then I want to go ahead and process that real quick. U plus U, and it was the advanced. That'll go ahead and make the crafting grid for me. And whoops, that got instantly sucked down into here, which is just fine. Now, if I stick this anywhere touching these machines, it's powered, and I can, if I had storage space, I could drop stuff in there, but I don't have any storage space. And I was thinking of doing something different. I was chatting with some of the other expedition members, and Toddy the Body mentioned another bit of old tech called the Ender Rift as a way of storing these items. Now, normally with the grid, with this refined storage, you would make there's a drive, yeah, this disk drive. That's pretty darn cheap, and then you can sit there and make some storage disks, and it'll hold up to 8 of those, and then it'll digitize the information there. But then once you fill up those drives, then you got to make another one and another one, and on and on. And I was thinking, let's try something a little bit different. So let's go with the Ender Rift idea. So let's do this. It's a funky little structure. And I'm just going to tuck it away here in this corner for right now. And then it needs a redstone on top of this, and then iron on top of the redstone, and then some more redstone in between again. And I'm going to put just a junk block. Well, not that one. That's a heavy junk block. Let's go ahead and put that. No, I need this. I've got a junk block right there. Okay, so that's the main structure of it, but it needs 2 pieces. It needs a core and this orb. So the core, I need these bits, and let's go ahead and craft those things up real quick. Ender chest, let's make one of those, and then I should be able to make that. Yep, so that core goes right there in the center, and let's get rid of this now. Should use something other than a pickaxe for that. Okay, so that's the piece there. The next thing I need is this orb, and I need to go ahead and craft that up. I think I've got all the bits right here. Let's see. Yep, I do. So with this, I can right-click it, and there it is, formed. So that is perfect. I should make more of those orbs, these little Ender Rift orbs, just so I can connect to this. But that's there, and taking a look at the nanites are recognizing this. It says it's formed, there's no power, and there's 1 slot used in there, and I think that is that orb that I just tossed in there. So it needs power. So let's go ahead and, I'm thinking of yanking some power from below. So let's go ahead and bash this up right here, and we can just stick 1 there for right now. Ooh, that got much bigger, and yeah, we've got that same sort of purpley, sort of swirly effect I noticed right there. The nanites are saying yes, it is powered now, and doesn't look like it's using any power. But let's take some of my spruce wood, and I'm just going to go ahead and right-click that center. And it's gone. And if we look at the top, it says 2 slots used. I think 1 is the card, and then I gave it a stack of, or 9 of those logs. So I think that's what's going on there. This looks like it's slowly going down. 2 RF per tick, that's not much at all. Now I am going to go ahead and pop this open just a little bit more, because I'm going to do something else. I want to access this stuff, but I'm going to use refined storage to do that accessing. Now for that, I need a storage. There it is, external storage. So chests, a cable, and those bits. Well, I don't have any chests on. Oh, I have a chest. Let's go ahead and make a second one. I constantly seem to be making lots and lots of these chests. Oh, the other thing I need to make some cable. I'm missing glass and redstone. Do I have? I do have glass. Let's make a double batch. And I got the rest on me. Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm thinking this will handle a lot of the stuff I need. Okay, so external storage. Let's make that. And I'm gonna just for aesthetics, this room is an even number across, and this is odd, so that's why I'm tucking it in the corner. Otherwise, you know, I'd stick it right in the center. But yeah, unfortunately, it's a 3x3 instead of a 4x4 or something like that. So this is going right up against that center orb. And if I take a look at this, the priority is set to 0. We'll leave it at that. And next, we need to be able to communicate with this. And I could run cables all over the place. And I'm also thinking, I don't necessarily want this power structure here. I may bury it. So, but for right now, let me go ahead and hook up a network connection, just so that I'm not running cables all over, because, you know, who wants that? This here, oh, I'm going to need some ender pearls. I think I got everything else, and then a receiver is the opposite end. So I need some ender pearls. I installed this little elevator to get me up real quick to here, and then I can go whoop, up here, one more. Let's get some ender pearls. Let's get a stack of you. And down, down, down. All right, so I need, do I need some redstone? I don't remember. All right, so construction, and then advanced processors, and another machine. Okay, I've got one machine core here. I need a second one. Okay, so you and a whole bunch of you, and then I'll just let it fill that in for me. Really? Really? Come on, fill that in. I just need one transmitter, and then I think if I switch these around, there's the receiver. All right, that's what we're looking for. Let's take this receiver, because it's going to receive the signal. I'm going to put that right down here. And then the transmitter I'll stick up there. Let's stick it on top. Why not? Now that's working there, but it's missing the network card, and that is this beast right here. So some paper, quartz, and that. Paper. Do I have any paper? If I have paper, it would be here. Here. I'm not sure if oh, I do have paper. Oh, cool. Good. Let's go ahead and make that network card. Right there. Open up the crafting grid, then open up the network card. All right, so now this, if I go back down, I believe I right-click on that. Yep, see, it's got that linking. And so if I come up here, I can drop that in place, and this is connecting down to there. So now if I look at this, I can now access the stuff in that Ender Rift. So if I go ahead and toss some things in here, there's 3 things here now, and I come take a look at this. Right, 4 slots used, and the power is, it's going up to 4 RF for that storage. So the more I shove in there, the more it's going to take. And if we take a look at the power usage here, I'm using 125 RS at this point. 15. That took 94 to transmit to the receiver, but that's not bad. I'm liking that a lot. I'm still completely handling the process in and out, so power is not a problem. All right, now I'm not wanting this right here in the center. I'm thinking I'll have it down below, but I do want to make another set of those network pieces, because I'm thinking I would like to have access to my stuff up above. So let's go ahead and do that. I need 2 of these. All right, and then one of you. Am I? Oh, that's right. Oh, here, let's grab all this stuff, because all this stuff can now go into here. Because I can now store all that stuff in here, so why not? All right, so now I can start crafting the bits. I wanted to craft network transmitter and the network receiver. So let's go ahead and grab those pair, and then I need another network card. Let's go ahead and grab that. What am I missing? Is that paper? Do I have the paper? I do not have the paper. That paper is upstairs. I thought I grabbed 4. I obviously just grabbed 2 pieces. Oh well. Let's go ahead and zip. Make that. Did it remember? It remembered that. That's pretty cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab these pieces. The transmitter, I'll go ahead and just stick it next to this one. Dink. And then the receiver, I'm going to do upstairs. You can see this is right up here. And let's stick it right here. So the receiver is going to go there. Right click with that. Where's my... Oh, the grid I was thinking of. I could make a second grid easily enough. Let's go ahead and drop that in there. 7 blocks away. And let's make another grid. I need that piece. Well, I remember that. There, grid, make me one of those. And then I need to make a crafting table from here. Oh, nope, I'm going to need to run that with one of you, if I remember right. And that goes... And I like how it's smart enough to know to put the right things in the right places, because you know, messing that up would be a pain. So let's go up, and let's toss that right there. And now I can access all the stuff from down below, and I can start shoving a lot more of these things into there. So I'm really liking that idea. I think that is an excellent idea. Next thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and start crafting some things. Let's take all of this stuff, because, well, again, the whole purpose of this is to shove it into the network, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. You can go in there, you can go in there. I don't need these bricks too much. Alrighty. Next thing I want to do, why I want to come up here, I do not know. I want to start crafting some things, so I'm thinking that would be really good, and so I need one of those. And then this is a crafter, and these crafters with a pattern, there's a pattern, give me the pattern. Let's see, display normal. I like to sort ascending by name. I prefer alphabetical. That's what I really prefer. These things can come out. I don't really care too much about those for right now. Anyway, so the thing I was looking at is teaching this thing how to build stuff. So let's, again, zip down to here. Whoop. Let's come down here, and I'm going to put the crafter right here for right now. Dink. And it really doesn't matter its orientation, but I'm going to go ahead. I need to teach this how to make things. So a pattern... Crafting your pattern grid would be good to have, so I need a pattern, one of those, and another grid. Let's make another grid. Make one of these. Grid, make one of those, and then pattern grid, that and the advanced. Give me the advanced. Alright, so one of you. Except I don't need all of those in there, just no one. Alright, so pattern grid, keep getting yanked out of there. So pattern grid, I think I'm going to use that more often up here. So let's go ahead and attach it here. And here's where I can teach it stuff. So I can sit there and do this little trick, and that will know how to make this, this machine casing. So I want to make one of these casings. Why don't you make it for... Oh, no, that's just a grid. No, this is a pattern grid. I should be able to teach it how to use this pattern, right? Why you no work? That's so strange. It should be able to learn that pattern, and I'll have to figure out, again, why it's not. See, there's the speed updates, pattern. There's my pattern. That should go right in there. Alright, let me figure that out, and I think I'm going to change the downstairs a whole bunch, because that's not going to go right there. Nope. Alrighty, I figured it out. Two things. One, this processing pattern encoder. Now, that's not hard to make. It's hiding right here. So bits and pieces that we've made before, not a problem. The nice thing about this beastie is anything that requires a process, like for example, doing something through the solderer, that requires a process. So say the crafting grid. We could sit there and put that in here. It's these bits will become that bit, and I can put in the pattern in there and encode it. So, and the nice thing is I don't need to have the actual bits here. Now the other thing here is I can come in and define something like, let's clear this, do it again, and say these bits in a crafter will become this. And that spot right there, that looks blank. Yeah, for some reason I've got some interference that's preventing that. So that's what we'll go ahead and make that crafting pattern in there for us. We can also do other stuff like, putting that down will make that. Let's make another pattern. And if I crouch, I can sit there and I can see what the actual patterns are. So let's go ahead and drop those down real quick. Move things about. So that centerpiece is almost all gone, just the leftover bits there. The power station is down here. Let's drop down. So there's the quantum entangler that's powering all this. And yeah, I'm sucking up a whole lot more power, 333 in and out. There's some transmitters. And I wanted to keep this here just so that if I wanted to drop something in to power it up, I certainly can, or to see how it's doing, I can see that. And then I also wanted to keep the controller visible so I could take a gander as to what's happening here. So 319 is how much this is chewing up, and this is chewing up the rest to get to 333 RF. Anyway, over here, I've got the little receiver in this place. Patterns here. Patterns, because this is pointing into the solderer, I want to go ahead and keep the patterns in here that are just solderer patterns. So these I will go ahead and dump into here. And I should make a pattern for making speed upgrades. That would be nice. Let's see, I have this option here that says craft. So I can go ahead and click on this and say, let's go ahead and make 10. And missing stuff, well, let's go ahead and dump that in. So let's go ahead and craft 10. And it's going to go ahead and make 12 because it makes it in batches of 3, which is fine. And boom, 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 there's my paper. So yay! Likewise, I can sit there and say, let's make another 4 of these. I've been going through these like crazy. And there we go. Let's see, sort descending. And again, I like to sort by name. Sort ascending. There we go. That's how I like it. There. So now my default, I can search there nicely. So this is working very, very nicely for me. I do want to teach it some more things, like the destruction and construction cores are getting very low. So let's go teach it how to do those real quick. So let's go ahead and actually take a look. What do the destruction and construction cores need? Construction core, it's actually a crafting recipe. So let's put that in there. Let's learn that. Likewise, the destruction core, that one here, learn that. Trying to think of any other, let's learn a soldering recipe. So if I want to sit there and make this basic processor, it needs this. There's no way of inputting that into here because this is pure crafting. I can do it here though. Let's go ahead and make this printed silicon piece. And I need a pattern. Nope, not there. I need a pattern. Nope, this one down here. I need a pattern for this, and then a pattern to make the basic processor. Let's go for that. All right, and another pattern. So I need one more to teach it how to make this printed basic processor, which is iron in the solderer, but we'll make that in a bit. Let's drop these down. So this one here has those two. Those are crafting, and this is what goes into the solderer. Now this over here is an importer. It will take whatever has been produced by the solderer and import it back into the system, which should place it into there. Alrighty, so that's how it's supposed to work. And if I wanted to say I don't have anything here, let's craft another one of you. Now this is just pure crafting, and there it's done. If I want to make another one of these, see how it says craft there? If I try to make it, I don't have this recipe yet, but it knows how to craft this, so that is good. Let's go ahead and, that's right, I need to make another one of these patterns. I should make a pattern on how to make these patterns. So let's do that. 2 of those to make a pattern of a pattern. Well worth knowing how to make that. And if I shift on that, it doesn't make it a difference because that's what it is. Alright, so I also need to make the pattern for this guy right there. Not there, down here. Pattern, go in, create. Alright, let's drop this down. You are a crafting pattern and you are a solderer pattern. Hey, wait. Oh, I didn't want to make that. I wanted to teach it the other thing. I had 2 of them and that was wrong. I want to teach it how to make this. There we go. Put that in there, learn it, and now it's got the right pattern. You can just reuse them if you make a dunderheaded thing like I did. So let's go ahead and toss that into there. I like to kind of organize these. So that goes there, then that one, and then these patterns, yes. Because I need the gold and diamond, that's the silicon one, and then I need to, I've got the iron one, the diamond, the gold one. They would all go there. Oh, hey, I can craft it from down here. Let's go ahead and craft, since I'm holding these on, I can say let's make one, no, not that, let's make the full thing here. Let's make a few just for fun. We got some of the bits in place. If we take a look right here right now, this should shove the stuff into here. Are you going to take it? It is not taking it at all. I think this is in the wrong position. Okay. It pulls, obviously it's not pulling from the side because it's not there. It looked, oh, that's right. I had the what's it right here. It was inputting to the side and pulling out from the bottom. I bet you I could pull out from the top too. Let's go ahead and do this. Put a, nope. I want to, whoop, don't break things that you're not supposed to be breaking. Alright, so this thing cares about position. Fine. Alright, so that can go there. Let's take these patterns out of here. These patterns out of there. These will go, you learn, you learn. You pattern. Alright, this I want to point into this. So I need a junk block. Hey, I only had some junk blocks around here. That'd be really handy. Let's put a block right there. Let's point this like that. See how it's pointing in. So now if I put that pattern, and that pattern, so now it should do it. Yep. See how that's working. And are you not pulling out from the top? Nope, doesn't look like it's pulling out from the top. Well, in that case, it's got to pull from the bottom. You can't be there. I want you. You can go here to the bottom. Oh, nope, got to point it up into there. And it went away. So that's got a thing. It feeds in from the side, outputs from the bottom. Well, that's kind of weird. You know, like I said, this is an archaic system, but you know, it works. It will definitely work for what we're needing here. This now needs a connection. I wanted to have something that I could connect and do some work down here if I needed to without having to zip up to the top. So there we go. Yep. That's kind of weird, but this will work. So this will shove stuff into there. We should have, how many did we get made? Did we get any made? This get kind of stopped. I think what I need is the crafting pattern, fluid grid, crafting monitor, I think is the thing I'm looking for. That tells me what the crafting is doing. So do I have all the bits for the crafting monitor? I do. Let's go upstairs because I'm going to be paying attention to crafting up here. And no recipes running. Alrighty, so let's go ahead then and make, we said we wanted to make, let's make 4 of these. Several of these available. Let's go ahead and start. Zip down real quick. What are you doing? Okay, it's making the iron parts, and there's the rest of the parts. Okay, so it is happy now that it's all in place and doing what it needs to do. So yes. That is working very nicely there. Let's dump the rest of these. No, give me back my sleeping bag. You can take that cable. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for as far as setting up this. This is very beginning automation. I'm really glad that Toddy mentioned this because I think this will be a great way of just bulk storing, because I remember seeing some pictures of people setting up this refined storage where they had walls of the drive arrays full of stuff, and I just don't want to deal with that. This works very nicely. It just needs power, so looking at the power, I'm holding steady. That's not a problem. So I think this is a good place to show I can store my stuff. I can go ahead and keep track of all my stuff, particularly as I'm working with these strange subjects that I'm coming across, the various mineral and animal life that I'm coming across here. It's well worth going through and figuring out what is happening. And a single storage place, so much better than trying to have all those boxes up there, and you saw that. Hey, one thing extra we could do, because I don't want to go that much further up. There's tons and tons of stuff. Let's go. This stuff here. I want access to all of this stuff. This would be great to have. Now, normally, I would, if I were to hook up, I would hook to this drawer controller here. But the problem is, I really don't have, oh, actually, could I? I think I could. I was thinking I don't have any room to mess around with, but I could do it right there. Let's do this. All right, let's set up something to do that. So I happen to have a network, receiver, and transmitter. So I need a receiver up here. Let's do receiver, and then I need another one of those storage monitor. What's it? Let's look it up. It's importer cable, external storage. That's what I'm looking for. So let's grab one of those. And I also need a network card. So let's go ahead and do that. Network card, perfect. And this transmitter is going to go down. Well, first let's go up. Alley-oop, alley-oop. All right, so external storage is clicking on that. And I want to configure this so the priority is much higher. So anything that can get placed in these things, I want them to go in here. So that's what I'm going to do there. Let's go ahead and click that. Yep, it's linked. Good. Let's go down. And too far down. This down. And I need to go down one more level. I should set up something to make it easy to get down here, but I don't think I'm going to be doing too much down here all that often. It'd also be good to have a thing to label which ones these things are. So 30 blocks away, not a problem. And let's see power-wise how we're doing. Power-wise, we're doing great. And look at all that stuff. I have tons and tons of stuff here. Start descending quite. Oh, I broke it again. That's why. I was saying, why are you changed it again? So I have access to all the resources that the chickens are making for me up there, which is mighty nice. So there we go. That makes me much happier. Power. I think as I build a bunch of stuff, particularly as I fill this up with machinery, like for example, if we go up to the roof. Yeah, I've got this machinery here, stuff that I needed for making some wind generators and stuff, and I would like to have this downstairs in that room so that I can process it there. And if we go flying up here, this is where I've got my power. I had that one wind turbine running there, but I decided to make a second one, and I named the first one because, you know, why not? I might put a third one on here and then look at other power, but this is what I'm doing right now. These are generating 480 each, so that's 900, and that's a lot more than what we got. Yeah, 960 RF per tick is being generated here, and I'm doing a third of that. So this will handle a lot of what I'm doing, but when I start running these machines to process things, they are each going to be chewing up a bunch more power. Consequently, I'm going to need more power. So if you've got some thoughts, Mission Control, just let me know and see what you think. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and start transferring all this stuff into the storage system and just get things going. I think that is the plan I have. Yeah, it's nothing like home, but it's starting to get a little bit of the feeling of home. You know, just being able to store stuff. That's so much more normal to have things digitized than having this physical stuff. This is just kind of weird. But anyway, I think I'm much happier with this storage going on there. And like I said, if you've got an idea about his power, what I can use to generate far more power, because that wind just isn't going to cut it. If the wind dies down and I'm drawing a lot of power, that could not be so good. Anyway, this has been Grok the DuckFarmer here, Mission Control, hanging out in District 42, doing some investigation, but right now mainly getting storage done. Thanks for watching. Bye.